October is National Adopt a Dog Month. And for many dog owners, I can attest to this, the process of training your furry friend can be a bit of a challenge. So joining me in the studio today, we have two very special guests. We have Kenner and Yennifer Mejia with Revival Dog Training to share some ways that pet owners can train their dogs, make it fun for everyone. And of course, we've got to acknowledge the queen right here, Foxy, with us from Corgi to Corgi here. Ladies, yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
And we were talking a little bit about this incredible business of yours. For those who may not have heard about Revival Dog Training, tell us how you got this started. What was the process for you all?
Well, Yennifer and I have been working together for around 9 or 10 years or so. And so it was always the goal for us to come together at some point and start our own business. You know, we've been around town working at other training facilities. So we wanted to create our own and our own programs. So now Revival's about 3 years old. Mm-hmm. We have 2 locations in the Heights and then also in Rice Village as well. And we specialize in fear and reactivity, but we do anything from puppies to just obedience, house manners, those kinds of things.
You guys are a staple in the community for pet owners here. And I know that feeling. My dog is older now, Millie Girl, but I remember when I was training her, it's kind of a nerve-wracking time, right, for pet owners. So what would you say are the do's and don'ts when it comes to training your dog?
I always say get professional help right out the gate, right? That's number one. Find a trainer that suits you and your dog. Be patient. You know,
right, a lot of patience, right?
Progress in patience, you know, you'd be surprised. And then use a lot of rewards, you know, don't have too high of expectations too quickly. You know, you want to kind of reward what we call the successive approximations, right? So reward the small steps first and build your way up.
And what are some of the key things, you know, if someone does bring their furry friend in, that they're going to learn? What is it that their dog, what are some of these tasks and tools that they're going to take away?
Well, all of our programs are totally customizable. So before they even come in, we have a phone consultation with you and we discuss what your long-term goals are, what your short-term goals are, and then we kind of curate a specific curriculum for you and your dog. So again, it's pretty much anything from, you know, if your top priority is keeping your dog from lunging or pulling on leash, that's what we target first. And then everything from like obedience, potty training, it can be quite literally anything, and we do it all. Bite cases, like I said, new rescues.
You see it all.
We see it all.
Do it all, right? And we know the needs from every pet owner are going to be different, just like every dog is different. Of course, sometimes it can take a while for some dogs to respond. What would you tell the pet owners who may be having some difficulties?
If you're having some difficulties, you might want to try to reroute. Again, you want to find a trainer that can probably help you kind of dissect maybe a little bit what's going on, because sometimes we can see things that maybe the pet owners aren't seeing.
Right.
You know, so we were able to give some perspective on the situation a little bit, and then we can of course help you from there.
Okay. Well, we've got to talk about Foxy a little bit.
We do.
This is the cutest, sweetest little dog. She's charmed everyone in the studio. I mean, look at her. We need to know about this doll.
This dog is just as precious as it gets. She is one of our trainer, Elena. This is her corgi, actually.
Okay.
So she's one of our own, a bit of a mascot at this point. So she's trainer's dog, so she knows all the tricks. You wouldn't know it right now. She's about as cozy as she can be, but she's quite the performer.
Well, if she needs a babysitter, I think there's plenty of us here who would be willing to help. She's so precious. And for people who may not be aware, you know, when I went into this, I had no idea what to expect as far as like time commitment or how often people should come. Is it case-by-case basis, or what do you recommend for folks?
We usually see our clients' dogs anywhere between 2 and 3 days a week.
Okay.
And we have people that do a few rounds of the training, and then we have people that have been coming to us for years to kind of maintain that obedience. And you know, it's really just for maintenance. It's a good outlet for the dog. It's good because learning never stops. You know, it's an ongoing thing.
Okay. We kind of touched on what I was going to ask. It's probably advantageous to start when they're puppies, but that might not always be the case, right? They could start any age?
They can start at any age. And we see, you know, new dogs just newly rescued, you know, from the shelter or another rescue organization. We see them at any age, any point in life.
Awesome.
We can help.
What are some resources that your company offers for people who may be looking to kind of train their dogs? How do they find you? You mentioned the locations and everything.
Yeah.
What would you tell people?
For the most part, I think we get a lot of our people by word of mouth or Google. Social media as well is big now, of course. A few of our popular programs are the day training. People really like that one because it's like school for your dog.
Right.
So you drop off in the morning and then you pick up in the afternoon, pick up a tired dog.
I was going to say they're really sleepy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you actually get a video every day that they're training with us. So you get a full synopsis on everything that they learned. That's kind of our signature program. That's what we do the most of. But we also have board and train. So if you're going out of town, we have trainers that live on site. So that way there's always somebody there 24 hours a day. Pups are never left alone. And so it's basically like camp. You know? Summer camp.
I love it.
So, and then again, totally customizable program. So we're working on, your goals while you're on vacation.
Yeah.
We also do private lessons where we come to your home and we work with you one-on-one, kind of like personal training.
Yeah.
And then we have group classes, which is kind of a small group of about 4 to 5 dogs and their owners kind of learning together.
Fit any lifestyle, comprehensive, it's educational.
Yes.
And it's fun, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Ladies, Haley, Yennifer, thank you both so much for your time here today. Thank you to Foxy, too. Thank you all for stopping in.
Thank you.
Great to have you.